Hello, today we're going to be going over 1.7, which is the laws of simplifying, by me. Objective. Know the different properties of addition and multiplication. Identify properties and know how to use them. Simplify expressions that contain variables. And factor by pulling out the common denominator. Let's get started. Definition and basics. There are two different types of problems in algebra, the simplify type and the solve type. There are no equal signs in the simplify type. Though every number can be written in many different ways, there is usually one way that is most accepted and used. To change the form of a number of this standard is to simplify. Rules. There are different properties that you use when simplifying an equation. There are simple rules that I've been using with addition and multiplication. All we have done is given names and applied to variables. Okay, I would suggest writing these down in these tables and examples. So first, commutative addition and multiplication. It's when you swap the numbers around and you're going to get the same product. Associative is addition. You could swap the addition around and the multiplication around, the parentheses. It's still going to have the same product and answer. Okay, continuing on to the next rules. Associative and commutative together, either multiplication or addition. You can multiply or add in any order. Identity is for addition is 0 is invisible in addition. Multiplication identity is 1 is invisible. Inverse is opposites. When adding, get rid of the number, just get 1, or 0 for addition, 1 for multiplication. And distributive is when both numbers, or it jumps the numbers into the parentheses in multiplication. And yeah, pretty simple. Okay, continuing on to some examples. Identifying properties. So the first one, it's associative and multiplication. Second, identity of addition, and then distributive and commutative. So yeah, pretty simple. Using the properties, so you just substitute it, I guess. So, or not substitute, but just write it out, the answers. So 6 times 1/6 is 1, 1 plus 4 minus 4 is 0, and then you distribute, so it's 2 times 7, which is 14, or we'll write out 2 times 7, and then 2 times 3. Next, you add them all together, 6 plus 14 plus 0 plus 1, and then 20 plus 1 is equal to 21, and that's your answer. So next, moving on, here again is the answers and the properties that you use for it. Okay, simplifying with variables. The key concept is to simplify, add, or subtract all things that are alike. Okay, simplifying with variables. We're just going to start off pretty simple. 3x plus 9x, that's 12x, minus 7y. You can't combine any more like terms, so that's just the answer. Distributing, 3 times 2a, 3 times negative 4b, 5 times 2b, and then, yeah, it's pretty simple. And you get 6a minus 12b plus 10b, which is going to be 6a minus 2b. Okay, continuing on. Factoring. To factor an expression just means to pull out the greatest common factor of each term. It's a little bit like the distributive property in reverse, which is pretty simple. Yeah, so factoring 3x plus 6. First, look at the factors of 3 and the factors of 6, which is 1 and 3 for 3, because it's a prime number. And then for 6, it's 1, 2, 3, and 6. So the greatest common factor is 3. So you're going to pull a 3 out, so it'd be 3 times x plus 2. So 3 times x is 3, and 3 times 2 is 6. Or 6 divided by 3 is also equal to 2. So that is your answer. And then here is the answer, I guess. And continuing on, 20x plus 48. So first you look at the factors of this one. It's going to be 20, yeah. and then 48. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 10, and 20 for the factors of 20. Okay, now for the factors of 48, we're going to start off with 1, 2, 4, or 3, actually, yeah, 3, 4, 6, and 8, and then it's going to continue to 12, 16, 24, and then finally 48. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the greatest common factor of these two, and I don't know if you found it already, but it is 4. So we're going to factor out a 4 out of the equation, and you're going to get 5x plus 12 as your answer. Okay, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.